Hello, check. All right, people, finally. I believe we are live. Thank you so much for waiting. Welcome to the Alchemist by an Academy. My name is Pahul. And if I am now finally audible and visible, please write yo in the chat box. You know the drill. Yes. Some technical issues. The streaming software was not streaming, so I had to restart everything. And now I hope it is fine. Yeah, and all my wires are now entangled because just give me a moment, okay? But anyway, this is a very casual session, yeah, and it's like our casual conversation sessions but with a specific topic at hand. And today's topic is one of my favorite hobbies in life, and that is riding motorcycles. Yeah, so a lot of you would be wondering, sir, what is this series? Yeah. And let me tell you, when I was preparing for JEE, what motivated me was the lifestyle that I saw my teachers in coaching have. Very simple. Those people were passionate, young, energetic, had a lot of money in their life, were doing whatever they wanted to do, freedom, independence, a lot of respect, etc. So, looking at people around me is what inspires me whenever I see some sort of a role model. And I think that happens to everyone. As humans, we look up to other people, yeah? So, when I was in college, I used to attend a lot of concerts, I used to see a lot of people on stage, and that always ended up motivating me to do something, be on stage, do something, other than just going to college. So, with that perspective in my mind, something similar, I thought, ki chalo, I'll make some series where I'm discussing about my hobbies, my lifestyle, and if that entertains you, if that motivates some of you, nothing better than that. Yeah. So today's class, no, not a class. I have this bad habit of saying class all the time. Today's session is going to be about motorcycles. You can chat with me regarding motorcycles. I will show you a lot of my pictures from different trips that I've done, what have been my experiences on motorcycles and motorcycle rides, and so on and so forth. So just a casual chat session essentially, but based on motorcycles. So if you're interested, you can sit for it. Otherwise, you can do something else if you want. Okay. So this is not academic at all. People who are asking about Billu is in his room right now. I would not want to let Billu and Leona out. Those are my cats, by the way, because they'll run around, they'll run into the tripod and throw the camera, and the camera is very expensive, and you know what happens then. ठीक है. So yeah. So let's just chat with each other. How many of you like motorcycles over here? Like what motorcycles do you like? I'm sure a lot of you have not ridden anything till now. But what's your idea of motorcycles? What motorcycle do you like? What is the kind of motorcycle that you want later on in life? Are you someone who's more interested in cars? What? I would love to know in the chat box. Okay, I'll put a tiny little slow mode limit so that people don't end up spamming. So अभी 20 मिनट का टाइम लिमिट लगा देता हूँ मैं, 20 सेकंड का, सॉरी. Yeah. Okay, so Ishwar is interested in Royal Enfields, and Chinnery saying Honda. Which Honda? Sai Teja loves Kawasaki's. Okay, Shafi, which bike exactly, man? Something wrong is asking, according to you, which is the best place till now which you've been to? Lots of them. I'll tell you about a lot of places today. Okay, TVS, very nice. Is there any specific license to ride motorcycles? Science Priya, yes, there is. You need a license basically to ride a motorcycle. Yeah, Sudhanshu is fan of fighter aircrafts. Well, that's an expensive hobby, I must say. And if you choose that as a profession, then it's a difficult profession, for sure. Duke, yes. Yash is saying, which motorcycle do I have? So I have two motorcycles. One of them is the 390 Duke, 2017 model. I'll show you the pictures of it in a little while. And then the other one that I have is a 2017 model Ducati Diavel. Beautiful motorcycle. Yeah. So these are the two I have. I have a Ducati and I have a Duke and I have a car. Bugatti Chiron. Oh ho ho, Praneeth. Bro, become a businessman, do lots of business, sell lots of things, earn lots of money, and then buy that car. Okay. Anubhav likes Rolls Royce. That's nice. Sharat likes the Kawasaki Ninja H2. Very cool, man. Elon likes Triumph Bonneville. Ansh likes the BMW of Mumbaikar Nikhil. I haven't seen his videos lately. I don't know which BMW he has. If one Pratham likes the R1M, very interesting, bro. Triumph Street Triple, Shafi likes that. Diksha likes cars, that's cool. Diksha, which one do you like? Pratham likes Teslas. Gurpreet is asking which car do you have? So I have a very old car. It's second hand, essentially. It's a Honda Accord V6. Why did I buy that car? Because it's a fast car which is not produced anymore. Yeah. So it's a 3.5 liter V6 which has a 275 bhp engine, which is something that Honda does not produce in India anymore. That's why I went for an old one, because it's fast. And it was cheap because it was old. Passion Pro, Ramamurthy, I used to have that bike, man. Bhuvi RX100 is a legendary bike. Maruti 800. Srihari, definitely, that's a favorite for a lot of people. Nitigay Singh, so my father purchased his first motorcycle, Yamaha RX100, which we still have. That's awesome. It's banned, yeah. I know two-stroke engines are not road legal anymore, but it does remain with you as a memory. That's cool, man, Nitigya. If any day in life you want to get that vehicle restored, please do that. It is a beautiful motorcycle. Ganesh is saying no interest in bikes. No problem, Ganesh. Maybe someday you will get interested in some automobiles. Show a picture of the car. Sai Teja, yaar, pata nahi kahan hai photo. Maine nikali nahi aaj. Did not put it in my system today because of a motorcycle class. Anshu saying, I like any car if you give me that car for free. बढ़िया. तो चलो दोस्तों, थोड़ी सी आपको मैं फोटोज वगैरह दिखाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. आई एम नॉट श्योर वेदर थिंग्स आर वर्किंग और नॉट. एक बार मेरे को चेक करने दो. वॉज ट्राइंग समथिंग आउट. आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स वर्किंग और नॉट. हाँ, इट डजंट वर्क ऑन द कंप्यूटर फॉर सम रीजन. जस्ट गिव मी 1 मोमेंट, ओके. 1 मिनट दे दो. लेट मी फिगर 2-3 things out. You just listen to the music until then I will talk to you again. Okay, just give me a moment. All right, I think things are sorted now. Thank you so much for again waiting for me to come back live. So, yeah, before I talk to you about motorcycles, as it's my responsibility, I have to tell you about some things related to Unacademy first. Yeah, so let me tell those things to you. We have a Telegram channel as well. It's called The Alchemist by Pahul Sir. You can join us over there for more updates on the channel. And there is a very nice free test series that we have at Unacademy. It's called the Unacademy Combat. Okay, so you can join that test series for free. It happens every Sunday at 11 a.m. It is good in case you are a serious student who wants to practice. It's for free. So the coupon code that you have to use for it is on your screen. PAHUL Pahul. Okay, and also you know that Unacademy offers something beautiful called the Unacademy Plus subscription, and the beauty of it is you have infinite number of courses available. You just join Unacademy. You don't join a specific course or a batch. You join Unacademy. Every course that's running at Unacademy, you can access it. You don't need to, go to a specific batch based on your marks, etc. It's just open access for everyone. You can learn from any educator whatsoever. We have classes in English, Hindi, other languages as well. So you can enroll in it, and the prices are on your screen right now, as you can see. Fine, I'll move myself over here. So if you enroll for 12 months, we have an offer that's running which will give you 2 months for free on a 12-month subscription and 3 months for free on a 24-month subscription. And you can see the prices very reasonable. For 12 months, it's less than 3,000 a month. Amazing prices. Yeah. So check it out. And in case you want personal guidance, then we have the Iconic subscription. You have the Plus subscription. Add a personal mentor to it who will take care of your preparation throughout. That is the Iconic subscription. Okay. So the coupon code is PAHUL Pahul. Make sure you enroll into Unacademy. Try it out for free initially, and then you can join the Plus subscription if you like it. Fine. Chalo. Vapas aate hain. Now people, I have ridden to a lot of places in the country on my motorcycle. I got my Duke back in 2017 June. Okay. So, us time pe, I just gathered some money in my first job, and after gathering that money, as soon as I had money enough for that motorcycle, I bought that motorcycle, and then for 2 more months, I gathered more money and then went on an all India ride. Okay? So apart from that, I've ridden in the south of India a lot. A lot of you students ask me, sir, have you been to Tamil Nadu? Have you been to Kerala? Have you been to Hyderabad? Have you been to here and there, etc., etc. Yeah. So let me just show you the map of the places where I've been on the motorcycle, and just the motorcycle. It's not like I went in a plane and then got a motorcycle there and went in a no. On the motorcycle, I live in Bangalore, by the way. Okay, so all of these places that I will now show you, it's an image on the map. Okay, and the points on the map will tell you where exactly I've been on my motorcycle. Okay, so let me see if that works. Yeah, finally, thank God it's working. So you see all these places. I have been to all of these places on my motorcycle. Can you see? So a lot of places in the south, because I live in Bangalore, a lot of places are, quite close. Kafi paas mein hai, kafi jagah hai. So that's why a lot of places in the south of the country. So I've been through, been to a lot of places in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and a little bit of Telangana and Andhra as well. Fine. Uske alawa, I've been to these different places in the country. So this is Goa, Pune, Mumbai, Vadodara, Jaipur. There's Agra, Lucknow, Bihar mein, then West Bengal. This is Shillong. This is again West Bengal. This is Bhubaneswar. This is Vizag. This is Hyderabad. Yahan pe there is Patiala and Chamba. So these are the places where I've been to on my motorcycle. सीधा motorcycle पे गया हूँ. And let me show you the image of my Duke 390 that I've got. Let me try to open it up. So this image is from the very day when I bought that motorcycle. Some of you might have seen this picture somewhere. Okay, I look a little different, of course, but yeah, check it out. Can you see it? Yeah, now you can see it. Yeah. If I zoom it in, is it visible? Yeah, it's visible. So this is my first interesting motorcycle. Yeah, the KTM 390 Duke. It's a 2017 version. This was the updated model back then. And I was like, chalo, ye to lena hi lena. So this is the day when I got this motorcycle, okay? It was, I think, 23rd of June 2017. So ye meri, it was technically speaking my second motorcycle because the first motorcycle was a Honda Passion. Hero Passion, अब पता नहीं कौन बेचता उसको. Hero, yeah, Hero Passion. But I don't have any pictures of it. कहीं तो पड़ा होगा मेरे पास in my phone, but I don't have it elsewhere. Yeah, so I am pretty sure you've seen this image somewhere. काफ़ी use करता हूँ मैं ये image. And after purchasing this motorcycle, the very next day, okay, 23rd I got this motorcycle. 24th I went on a bike ride to Coorg. Yeah, Coorg is one of my favorite destinations to go because it is very close to Bangalore. And this is the picture. I'm pretty sure you can see. That's my friend Supreet at the back. He had a Harley Street 750 back then. And that's my Duke. So must ekdam bahut khushi khushi mein. The very first long bike ride I can say. This is the one. There was one which I did on a rented bike earlier, but it was not a very good ride. I had an accident in that one. So that accident story I'll tell you later. But yeah, officially a proper long ride. This was the first one. So Coorg is approximately 250 kilometers from Bangalore. So it's just the perfect distance. You have roads through the cities. You have some highway. You've got some hilly areas. You've got some forest areas. It's a beautiful place to go to. So Coorg mein main, I keep going to Coorg a lot. ठीक है, ये photo भी Coorg की है. Whenever I go to Coorg, I click a picture like this. It's a selfie. Yeah, because most of the rides that I have done, most of the rides that I do are solo rides. तो अकेले ही जाता हूँ मैं. Yeah. ठीक है. So Duke being a very light, very agile motorcycle, I can take it anywhere. तो इसीलिए मैंने काफी ज़्यादा ride उस पे किया है. And then when I got the Diavel, when I actually got the time to ride it throughout the country and go to places that are more further, yeah, that are further than something I can go on the weekends. COVID ho gaya. So because of COVID, I couldn't take my bigger bike to lots of places in the country. I've taken it to lots of places in the south of India, of course, but उससे ज़्यादा कहीं दूर नहीं ले पाया मैं. अब Goa is the northmost point where my bigger bike, that's the Ducati Diavel, has gone. Let me try to show you a picture of that one as well. एक second. Yeah, so this is it. This is the bike that you see every time you join my session. The first image of me riding that motorcycle. This is the one. Okay, it's a Ducati Diavel, dark edition. It's got 160 horses, and it is so fast. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than 3 seconds. So इसका अलग ही मजा है कुछ. Yeah. And Vidit is saying, how many bikes have you owned? Technically speaking, 3. Yeah. And Chaitanya is asking, what's the cost of this bike? Chaitanya, why don't you do a quick Google search on it and tell everyone in the chat box? Yeah, I don't want to say numbers. Yeah, it's a as Pratham is saying, it's an Italian beauty. Yeah, it's a Ducati, and Ducatis, I am a huge fan of Ducatis. If I could, I would buy each and every model of Ducati, but they are super expensive, not just to purchase, okay? A Ducati costs very much, a lot, okay? Shivansh bhai, utne mein to Dominar bhi nahi aata. Rosant, yes man, that's what it costs in Bangalore on road. Yeah, so if you want to buy a new motorcycle, a Ducati Diavel, Rosant has given the cost of it in Bangalore, a new one. And the latest models are even more expensive. So that model that I have, it's a 2017 model. But the models that you have with a much more recent manufacturing year the newer updated Diavel 1260 version, that costs in Bangalore somewhere around 25 on road. So it's pretty expensive. Yeah. Kaustav, yes, man. So I think you have a good idea of the costs of the motorcycle in the chat box. So yeah, it's expensive to purchase first of all, and then it is very expensive to maintain. Okay. On the rear of that motorcycle is a huge tire. Okay, it's bigger than any other motorcycle. I just see if you can notice. थोड़ा बहुत idea आपको लग जाएगा. Can you see the width of that tire at the back? It is a 24 centimeter width. Okay, and yeah, Rahul, yes, that is accurate. Okay. तो हाँ, इसको मेंटेन करना मुश्किल है थोड़ा. That tire lasts only 9,000 kilometers at best. Sometimes it lasts only for 6,000 kilometers. Depends on the kind of roads that you go to. Depends on how fast you're riding, how fast you're braking. So somewhere in the range of 6,000 to 9,000 kilometers that tire runs. And if I am allowed to ride without any COVID restriction, then in 1 year I ride anywhere from 15 to 20,000 kilometers on motorcycle. So I have to change that tire like at least once in a year, at least. Yeah. Oh, just yes, tomorrow we have the midnight chat session. वो तो सही है. Anubhav, yeah, man. That is why I have to. Praveen is saying, do you have a name for it? No, I don't have a name for it. Lokesh is saying, what's the cost of that tire? Now the import restrictions are there, and I haven't bought the tire after the import restrictions, but before the import restrictions were there, it was 20K. Yeah. Pratham, yes, it's a pretty huge tire. Like even cars don't have that big a tire. Only huge sedans like the Accord that I have, or some BMWs or Mercedes, those have that fat tire. Priyanshu saying, do you have a Hayabusa? No, I don't have a Hayabusa at all. Sudha, it's just optional. You don't have to watch these sessions in case you don't want. But I've already explained the reason. Is just that I'm trying to share a little bit of my life with you. Education is not just about studying. Education is not just about chemistry, physics and mathematics. Education is about overall growth of life. And it always is good to have more exposure. And if there is something in my life that I enjoy, I would love to share it with you. Maybe you also enjoy it someday. Yeah. So Venkat is saying rate of petrol per year. I don't take an account of that, because if I start counting the amount of petrol that the amount of money that I spend on petrol, I myself will get a heart attack. I travel a lot, and can you imagine what's the mileage of my car that I have? Yeah. Someone was saying that why don't you tune that it's a V6 and you can get a better performance out of it? Because the mileage already is so bad, I don't want to make it even worse. Because I love to go long distances in the car as well. Shyam is asking what's the best bike within 5 lakhs? Either the 390 Duke or the Adventure 390. That's my suggestion. Okay, you can also go for the Dominar. It's not a bad motorcycle at all. Yeah. Lokesh is saying, is it easy or difficult to drive the Ducati? You need experience. Okay, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. But if you have experience, then it's a very friendly motorcycle, because number one, it's got lots of torque in the lower rev ranges. So you just pull the throttle a little bit and it shoots you into the stars. And then it has a low seat height. So you don't have to, ऐसे पैर लटकते नहीं है. You have your feet flat on the ground. Yeah, so Siddharth is saying 10 to 16 kilometers per liter. Tushar is saying 4 kilometers per liter. So the mileage of my car is in the range of 6 to 8 kilometers per liter. Okay, the car that I have, it's a Honda Accord V6. I don't have an image of it over here right now. Let me see if I can put an image somewhere later in this session. Okay. So if I take that car 400-500 kilometers, you can imagine how much petrol I use. Yeah. Cecil is saying we need motor vlogs. Maybe someday I'll do it, bro. IDJ Aspirant is saying, how is Meteor 350 and Himalayan? Not a Royal Enfield fan over here, to be very honest. They are good bikes if you like the Royal Enfields. That's all I can say. Vishnu is saying, when did you learn to ride a motorcycle? When I passed out of college. So before that, of course, I knew how to ride a bicycle and I knew how to ride that gearless scooter, Activa, vagera. But in a motorcycle, you have gears, and I did not know how to operate that. So after getting my first salary, the very first thing I did was paid my rent, and the second thing I did was I bought a second-hand motorcycle. So that was a Hero Passion. मस्त 30,000 में मैंने सेकंड हैंड उठा लिया था उसको. So that is when I learned to ride a motorcycle properly. So it was 2016. Yeah, Jagmeet, I am not sure about that, bro. Siddhant, I know, man. Civic is also a petrol-hungry car, man. Mohammed is saying, how is Triumph Street Triple RS? It's a beautiful motorcycle. If you like a smooth engine, if you like that kind of a sound, then definitely that's the motorcycle that you should go for in that price range. On road, it'll cost you in the range of 10 to 12, depending on, the kind of accessories, the kind of variant that you go for. So it's not that expensive as well compared to other super bikes. The only downside is that Triumph's maintenance is also expensive. You don't have a lot of dealerships of Triumph in the country. And second thing is, its looks are subjective. Okay, some people like its looks, some people do not like its looks. I am not a fan of the Triumph Street Triple's looks. For riding, it's a brilliant motorcycle. Yeah. Mad Max is saying, can you speak Punjabi being living in a non-Punjabiized area? Bro, I speak Punjabi very well actually. I just don't do it on the camera because then I'm just limiting the number of people who will attend these classes. Yeah, I can speak Punjabi very well. Suhani is saying, best part of IIT Bombay according to you. Suhani, I told you guys in the IIT Bombay session as well, where I was telling you about my experience at IIT Bombay. There's a session on that. Just have a look at it in case you missed it. Okay? It's there on the channel. It's the freedom that you get over there. Yeah. Shreyan is saying, what's the longest ride? The longest ride was Bangalore to Pune. It's approximately 1,000 kilometers. That took 16 hours. And while coming back, it took only 14 hours for some reason. Om is saying, which is your favorite bike? I just showed you the favorite bike of mine, bro. This one, which is my bike. Okay. Rosant Vire, की सुनना चाहता भी पंजाबी से? You know, as soon as I'll start speaking in Punjabi, there'll be a drop in the audience, so I don't want to do that. Sporty Waves is saying BMW S1000 RR. It's a nice bike. Not my style though. Yeah. I don't like bikes where I have to sit like this. I like bikes which I can take on long distances and it doesn't hurt my back. Abhishek is saying, what's the cost of your bike? Abhishek, Rosant already told earlier in the chat box, so I won't say that again. Tech Master is saying, what makes Ducati so special? Interesting question. So the first thing is, it is like a legacy brand. Yeah, it's like Harley Davidson, Ducati. These brands have a name in the motorcycling world for making motorcycles that are different from everyone else. So MotoGP, dekhte ho aap log? Do you guys see MotoGP? MotoGP is basically the world championship of motorcycle racing. And Ducati has been an integral part of it for a very long time. Yeah, the main players in MotoGP are essentially, there's Ducati, there's Honda, there's Suzuki, Yamaha, Aprilia, KTM. If there's anything that I'm missing, please remind me. But these are the main players in MotoGP. So the Ducati motorcycles actually have a history in the motorcycle championships of the world, the best. Fine. And what that means is that their innovation, their research and development, their technology is always cutting edge. So that's one advantage. Second, of course, I told you, is the brand name. Third is the engine that they have. So once you guys start riding motorcycles, you'll realize that every engine feels different. It's not just about sitting on a motorcycle and it starts to take you somewhere. Motorcycle riding is not like a car. In a motorcycle, a lot of things matter. How you sit on the motorcycle, what's the purpose of the motorcycle, how fast it goes, what's the engine, how does it make its power, is it a motorcycle that is very fast but it doesn't have a lot of acceleration, or does it have a lot of acceleration but maybe not a lot of top speed? Does it have a lot of vibration in it? Is it smooth? What's the kind of sound? There is so much to motorcycling which you will experience only once you get onto one. Yeah. So I particularly love the V-twin engines, and Ducati V-twins are, I think, the best in the business, according to me, because the kind of torque and horsepower they make is insane. So the Diavel makes 160 horsepower, and the kind of stance it has, it's a low bike, it's got a low ground clearance, it's got a low center of gravity, it's got huge tires. So the grip it makes with the ground is quite a lot. Yeah, a little bit of physics for you guys. You can take a motorcycle which has 200, 300, 400 horsepower. Okay, that is possible. But to make it go fast and utilize that horsepower is a different game altogether, because what's in touch with the road? The thing that is in touch with the road is the motorcycle's tire. Yeah. If the tire and the road do not have enough grip, then no matter how much power you have, you can't utilize it. Also, motorcycles make their power in a manner that all the power goes to the rear wheel. Yeah. The front wheel doesn't get any power. The front wheel is there just for steering and balancing and keeping you on the road. Fine. The rear wheel is what gets all the power. So imagine all the power goes to the rear wheel. What will happen if there's too much power? The bike will lift up. Have you seen those wheelies? Yeah. Yeah. So if you have too much power, you need a motorcycle that can handle it. So the Diavel that I have is a heavy motorcycle. Compared to sport bikes, it's a little heavier as well. It's got a very fat tire for a lot of grip, and the kind of stance it has a lot of weight at the front as well to balance the torque that you get on the rear wheel. It can actually put down that 160 horsepower on the ground. So yeah, I can keep going on about it. So as I was saying, do you like the Harley V-Rod? It's nice. It looks good. I haven't ridden it. I have ridden only one Harley, two Harleys actually. I have ridden the Harley Street 750. I have also ridden the Harley Street Bob. My friend has it, and I have done like a very short stint, just a test ride around the corner on the new Harley Fat Bob. Yeah. Vidya Shankar Singh, my favorite is Honda Aviator. I used to have a Honda Aviator in 12th class, man. 11th and 12th May, I used to have a Honda Aviator. It's still lying at home. Sanjay Singh, and which age did you buy the Ducati? I got it in 2019. So 26 years of age, I think. Yeah, she's saying, why didn't you take electronic engineering? Because my rank told me to get chemistry. It's going good for me, bro. Udayan, first bike was Hero Passion, which I sold after learning how to ride. Then a KTM 390 Duke, which I have, and a Ducati Diavel, which I also have right now. So, yeah. Acha, Shrey is saying, is it legal to put additional fog lamps and panniers, etc. on the motorcycle? So the exact rules are not clear, first of all. Okay. For different states, the rules are different. And again, the law with the fog lamps, okay, is something like this, that if it is covered during the daytime, it's not illegal. Okay. At night, if you are using it to put it in someone's eyes, then definitely it is illegal. But if it is just auxiliary light that is under a certain amount of brightness, then it's not illegal. And panniers, etc. Again, there are no strict guidelines to this. Okay, there are no strict guidelines. There are some laws of the Indian transportation that say that no modification is allowed. But of course, that is impossible. Like in that case, if you put a mobile holder, that is modification, which is not possible. Yeah. So it depends. Okay, if it is a modification that is creating a problem, for example, a very loud exhaust, or if you have painted the bike into some random color. In India, painting a vehicle to some other color is actually sort of illegal. Okay, in some states it is allowed for you to modify the color of the car, but you have to register it. You have to register that color as well. And in some states it's not allowed at all. Why is the color important? Because think, if let's say if your red colored car is parked in the parking and someone steals it, okay, that has happened. Okay, if someone steals it and colors it black, what police do, what these traffic police do a lot of times is they put checkpoints around the city, outside the city. There are a lot of checkpoints outside the cities specifically. Yeah. So a lot of times when there is a theft alert in the city, in the country, they will check. They will stop everyone and they will check. They will say, okay, show the documents of the car, show the documents of the motorcycle. If your car is black, in your documents it says black, good. If there's your name, you show your ID card, okay, great. If it's not on your name, maybe it's on your father's name, then you show them a proof that, okay, this guy is my father. Something like that, and they'll be like, okay, you can go, it's your car. But imagine there's a thief who steals the car. It was supposed to be black, but he colors it yellow. And the police stops him. If that is not a rule, then the thief just goes away with the car. The thief can say, it's my father's car, I don't have my father document. But when the color of the car is changed, and you can easily see whether the paint is original or not, okay? People who are experienced, they can check whether the paint is original or not. And anyway, if it's a stolen car, they won't spend a lot of money on the paint. So the new paint will be okay. So then the police can check, okay, it's a different paint than the documents. The paint doesn't look quite good. They can catch thieves using this idea. So that's where modifications being illegal makes sense. Loud exhaust, of course, like I live next to the highway. Now, if there's someone with a loud exhaust, if everyone has a loud exhaust, let's say, then I won't be able to live here. Yeah, I won't be able to sleep. But there are regulations in place which don't allow louder than a certain level of decibels. So, of course, things are not very clear, but I hope you understand why they are legal or not. Kaustav is saying, do you like Tesla cars? There's no problem of petrol. Kaustav, the thing is that once you drive a car or ride a motorcycle, you'll realize how fun it is to enjoy the feeling of that engine. Yeah, petrol engines have petrol and diesel engines, internal combustion engines. I'm pretty sure you've studied a little bit about them in thermodynamics. There's a feeling of it which you cannot replicate in electrical vehicles, okay? There's a transmission and there's a gearbox and you have to change gears and you have to, learn how to drive properly, and the power of the car is different at different conditions, so on and so forth. So petrol, diesel, internal combustion engines are much more involving than just electric. That's all. I mean, I don't know. Don't really find it interesting. Sai Dinesh is saying, your views on BMW 1250 GSA. Very expensive, first of all. Second, it's a very capable motorcycle, but it's a huge motorcycle. And it's a very tall motorcycle as well. To manage that motorcycle is difficult. If you can, it's a brilliant motorcycle. Otherwise, it's, I don't know, man. Pilli Sylvia is saying, damn man, I want to be successful and financially independent just like you so that I can buy my dream bike. I am 100% sure you will do it one day. Yeah. Acha, Rahul is saying, do you like riding in highways with Ducati or in other roads? Highways, of course, because the kind of motorcycle it is built for good roads. Bad roads, it doesn't have a lot of suspension. Okay, the suspension travel is very less. Okay, so it's meant for smooth roads. It's not an adventure bike. Vishnu is saying, how's the KTM 390? The best bike in its segment. Okay, if you are going for a bike which is lesser than 6 lakhs, new bike, I would say go for the 390 KTM. Abranil is saying, is it practically possible to identify the under the hood modifications? It's difficult, okay? And you need experience as well. Like you can do all sorts of modifications under the hood and then put a plate on it that belongs to your original engine, yeah? If you open the hood of the car, you will see that there's like a plate which says Honda or, Hyundai or something like that. You can put that plate on top of your modifications and no one will really get to know. Then someone will say, okay, the exhaust is modified. You can say that your original exhaust is not working properly. It's an entire ball game, man. It's not possible to identify it easily, but you can. And in a lot of cases, they hold bikes illegally as well. Like the Ducati motorcycles are by default, they are loud. Okay, they are loud motorcycles. And how the regulations work is that at 4000 RPM, you can't have a sound more than a particular decibel level. If that is fine, you can clear the regulations of your country. But then the police wala comes and he revs the bike to the maximum extent and then he says it is loud. Of course, the bike is going to be loud when you rev it to the maximum extent. So yeah, you can't do it. If the police wants to catch you and they want to fine you, they will find a reason. You know how it works. Yeah, but it's good in the sense that it stops everyone from, doing illegal stuff on the road, which is of course unsafe. So theek hai, some strictness is fine. If there is a person who has a supercar or super bike, I'm pretty sure that person has decent money to give the fines as well. Okay. IIT JEE aspirant is saying, which is your dream car? McLaren 720S Spider, which is something that's not there in India. तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसका. So I'll show you one more image. Just guess where this is from. Okay, just guess. There is no hint, I think, in the entire picture where this might be from. Okay, so the left one is my motorcycle, the Ducati Diavel. The one on the right, it's a Royal Enfield Thunderbird, and it belongs to one of my friends. Yeah, so we were riding together at that time. And can you guess which place this is? क्या बात है? Shyam and Science Priya, very nice. Jaswant, yes. क्या बात है? A lot of you people guessed it very easily. Is there a hint in the picture? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a hint in the picture that tells you it is from? It's close to Ooty, okay? It's not exactly Ooty. It's Kottagiri, as Kaustav is saying. I have said that name so many times in my classes. If you are a regular student, you already know. It's a place that I love to visit. Kottagiri mein hai ye, and it's a beautiful place. It's always foggy and nice and chilly. रात को तो बहुत धुंध पड़ जाती है वहाँ पे. So that was a ride that I did a little while back. And this image, I think everyone recognizes. This is also from Kottagiri, by the way. Okay, this image everyone recognizes. Yeah, ये शुरू में आप हर कोई देखता है ये image. Everyone knows this picture because you see it in every class. Yeah. So I keep going to Kottagiri. I go to Kottagiri like whenever I can. जब मेरे को मन करता है, जब मेरे को मौका मिलता है, मैं चला जाता हूँ. I love that place. I'll show you some more images as well. थोड़ी सी और. ये ऊटी की है जो अब अगली फोटो दिखाने जा रहा हूँ मैं. This is from Ooty. This is while going to Ooty from the Bandipur forest area. So there are these 36 hairpin bends, and this is one of the hairpin bends. And do you see how beautiful it is out there? Yeah, just look at the scenic beauty over there. मजा आ जाता है. Siddiq Sheikh is asking, what's your age? I'm 28 right now. Light, Kaustav has given your answer. Yeah, Kaustav has given your answer. So this is an image from Ooty. फिर मैं और दिखाता हूँ थोड़ी photos आपको. अच्छा, you guys try to figure out what this place is. Any guesses for what this place is? कौन सी जगह हो सकती है ये? This is from one of my older rides. This is in March 2019. Can you guys guess? Yeah. Anurag Harsh Maheshwari sir, he has an Interceptor. I haven't ridden with him. Rosant is saying Goa. Kaustav is saying Goa. Acha, theek hai. It's not Goa. All right, this is not Goa. Sai Teja recognizes it. Very nice. Yeah. This is Kanyakumari. This is literally the southmost point of Indian mainland. Okay. Of course, you can go to Andaman Nicobar, but talking about the mainland, okay, this is actually the southmost point of that place. Kanyakumari, ठीक है? So Kanyakumari की और भी pictures हैं मेरे पास. Let me show you that. There's one more image that I have. This is from Kanyakumari. So this is the temple and the Dayanand Memorial. Is it Dayanand Memorial? Am I saying something wrong? Please tell me the names of these places if I'm forgetting it. Okay. AB10, it's in Himachal Pradesh, bro. Yeah. Sai Dinesh is saying, which bike do you prefer to take to Ladakh? I haven't been there, but when I do, I will go on an adventure bike. Yeah. Yes, Vivekananda Memorial. I was confused. Yeah, so it's the Vivekananda Memorial, and it on the left you've got the beautiful temple. Yeah. Tiruvalluvar statue. Yes, 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 that's the name. I had forgotten about it. Ashu is saying, how many states have you been to? Lots of them. I showed you the map in the beginning. I think I've been to a lot of states in the country. I haven't been to the northeast much. उसके अलावा तो I think मैं हर जगह गया हूँ. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me see more images. अच्छा हाँ, ये भी फोटो है which you guys would recognize. Yeah. People from Varkala, you would know this picture. Yeah, people from Varkala, you would know. So this is the Jatayu Earth Center. That's what it's called. It's close to Varkala. It's in the south of the country again. It's a beautiful place. And let me show you an image of Varkala. This is an image from the Black Beach of Varkala. Very famous. Varkala is one of the most beautiful beach places in the country. Yeah. One of the most beautiful beach places in the country. बहुत साफ beaches हैं and they keep it clean. There are people who keep it clean. There are sanitation workers who make sure that there is no trash on the beach, and the people over there are also very particular. Even if they have a party on the beach, they will make sure they clean it up afterwards. काफी सही है वहाँ पे culture. And can anyone recognize this place? ये जगह किसी को पता है? Beautiful sunset, and you can see the backwaters, and then there are those coconut trees in the silhouette. Indian Army. I use a Dell laptop, bro. Core i7 processor. Shivam, yes, man. Every time it happens to me as well. Whenever there's an animal on the road, it is scary. Yeah. So people, yes, this is Kerala. This is Aleppi. Aditya, yes, you got it, man. This is Aleppi. This is in Kerala. Aleppi ki photo hai ye. And this is something that you can get in Kerala, in the country. Yeah, India, mein, you go to Kerala and you'll realize how beautiful that place is. So you have a road which has water on two sides, backwaters. Yeah, beautiful place. So this is while going from Kochi to Aleppi, I think. When I was going from Kochi to Aleppi, somewhere in that area. Ujjwal, why do you keep guessing my salary in every class, man? Stop it, please. Bro, don't do that, okay? It's not possible for me to share the exact information with you online. Chalo, so this is also in the south of the country, and can you guys recognize what this place is? Of course, it says Zostel, but again, people from Kerala, do you recognize something in the background? I don't know. It's not something that you can recognize easily. So it's a place in Kerala called Vagamon. Okay, Vagamon. Fine. Rahul, that is 5-year-old news, bro. So Aditya is saying Munnar. Yeah, well, close, bro. Vagamon and Munnar are very close to each other. So yeah, this picture was from Vagamon. And Kerala is so beautiful. You are forced to stop everywhere and click a picture. Yeah, just look at that. Tea plantations right next to you. All over the place is just green color that you notice. Yeah, beautiful. मजा ही आ जाता देख के. So Kerala is breathtaking. बहुत ही सही. And this is an image I'm sure a lot of you people will recognize. ये तो कर ही लोगे. Yeah, a lot of you will recognize this. My South Indian friends over here will definitely recognize. Yeah. Ashwin, I live in the south of the country, so of course, man, I do. Rajveer is saying, so hard work or smart work? Smart work all the time, bro. Yeah, so this is Ooty. Ujjwal nahi bhai, I can't give you any approximate information either. So this is Ooty, people, and this is the botanical garden in Ooty. ये थोड़ा सा उसका area. I've just tried to click a picture. It's a nice, beautiful area. And the good thing about traveling, the good thing about going to lots of places on motorcycles is that you get to meet a lot of people as well. अब ऐसे तो I have like hundreds and thousands of pictures, but this is one of the pictures. So I met this guy when I was in Kodaikanal. Okay, Kodaikanal is also in Tamil Nadu, and we traveled together for a couple of days. Easy हो जाता है, you know. You get to click good pictures, and this is, I don't know what this point is called. Do you guys remember the name of this point? People from Kodaikanal, if there's anyone. Costa Vising, have you been fined by a police officer anytime? Yes, bro. Lots of times. कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है. Happens to everyone, I think. Yeah. I don't remember the name of this point. क्या Dolphin Point नाम था इसका? If any one of you remembers, then you can tell me. मस्त जगह है, बहुत सुंदर जगह है. Yeah. And let me see if there are other images from my other trips as well. Yeah. So one more picture that I'll show you. Yeah. So the guy that I showed you, he was from Finland. Yeah. Just randomly met him in Kodaikanal one day, and we're like, okay, chalo kal ghumne chalte hain. Yeah. And this image is from Goa, the one that I'm going to show you now. Yeah. Met some people over there. Mast ekdam. So these two guys, this guy looks Indian, but he's not. He's from Europe. Ireland ke the dono, I think. I think both of these are Irish people, as far as I remember. Yeah, Suicide Point, Kodaikanal, Dolphin's Nose. I don't remember the exact name of that area, but yeah, it's close to Kodaikanal. And yeah, this picture reminds me of a very interesting ride. Okay, so I was going from Vadodara to Jaipur, and it's what, an 800-kilometer ride. I left at around 10 in the morning. I had planned that I would leave at 5 in the morning, but 5 पे मैं उठा ही, तो उठा ही नहीं. And when I woke up, I was like breakfast and everything, packing all the things, everything. And it was 10 a.m. by the time I left Vadodara. So the highways of Gujarat are very nice. Highways all over the country are, almost all of them are really good actually. Must jo bade national highways hai. And you get a lot of places to eat, but in the morning I was not hungry because I had my breakfast at my friend's place that time. उसके बाद मैं चलता गया, then I looked in my map and I was like, okay, close to Udaipur, there is a CCD. And I thought I would stop at a CCD because it's easier to park your motorcycle over there. There's a little bit of security, safety, CCTV laga hota hai, etc. So I prefer cafe coffee day whenever I take stops, whenever I'm riding solo, because I can safely keep my helmet there, go to the washroom without, feeling afraid that someone might steal it, because there's a good amount of security over there. So I thought I'd go to that CCD, but then when I reached Udaipur, I went to that location, I realized it's in a mall. So a mall mein to I did not want to park my motorcycle. I would park my motorcycle. I was all geared up from the helmet to boots, all sorts of jazz. So I of course chose not to park in a mall. Yeah, mall ki parking mein koi saman utha ke le jaye, you don't know. Can't see the bike in a mall. Yeah. So I thought, okay, maybe later I will have some food. And then as soon as I entered Rajasthan, the road that I took that day, there was nothing. There was nothing on the roadsides. I mean, there was very tiny, very small tea shops. And I was like, bhai, chai peene ka to banni, I want to eat some food. And for that entire day, I did not find a place where I wanted to stop and eat. There were places, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't any place where I felt like, okay, I can park my bike over here, sit comfortably, look at my bike, leave my stuff, go to the washroom, relax, etc. So the only place where I stopped in that 800-kilometer ride was that Reliance petrol pump. ये जो पेट्रोल पंप है रिलायंस का, somewhere in Rajasthan, I don't even remember the name of this place. I was going towards Jaipur, and this is where I stopped, and I was there at the petrol pump for literally 3 hours. Went there in the evening, मस्त रात वात हो गया, फिर मैं वहाँ से निकला. I was chatting with all the people over there at the petrol station, मस्त गप्पे मार रहे हैं. Had a packet of biscuits. That's all I had that day. ठीक है, उस दिन मैंने सिर्फ बिस्किट खाए. Nothing after my tiny little breakfast that I had in the morning. Reliance पे थोड़ा सा टाइम काटा, and then I went to Jaipur. Reached Jaipur at like 1:30 at night. Very late. There was nothing open. And I did not want to go to, places in the city where there might be some things open at 1 a.m. I didn't explore. I just went to the hostel, and in the hostel, thankfully, there was a vending machine. So I was like, okay, finally, I can have at least a packet of chips. I keep my bags in the room. I relax a little, freshen up, take some money for the vending machine. I go to the vending machine, and I realize that the vending machine is not working. The vending machine is full, okay? There are all sorts of chips and chips hai, under Maggi noodles bhi pada, you can go to the kitchen and cook it. There's some cold drinks, etc. But the vending machine wasn't working. So an 800-kilometer ride, it took me 15 hours to do that entire ride, of course, including that huge break that I took at Reliance petrol pump. And I had only like half a packet of biscuits that day. So, yeah, that was a fun ride. Siddiq is saying, you travel so much, don't you have back problems? Not at all, thankfully. I don't have back problems. I hope I never have them. I can ride for 1,000 kilometers in a day and my back is fine. ठीक है. So this is a picture that a lot of you will recognize. ये तो काफ़ी लोगों को समझ आ ही जाएगा. People who are in Rajasthan. It's an old picture. It's from 2017. Yeah. This is a picture from Rajasthan. I'm sure a lot of you people recognize that place. जिसको पहचाना गया वो बताओ. Yeah. The people who remember, the people who recognize this place, you can tell me. Pratik, yes, I've been to Bhubaneswar and Cuttack in Odisha, bro. Fine, and this is also a place in Rajasthan which a lot of you would recognize. A beautiful fort, Amer Fort or Amber Fort as some people call it. Yeah. Hawa Mahal. Yes, this was Hawa Mahal, this is Amer Fort, and this is the open hand monument in Chandigarh. This marks the beginning of that city. It's I think the northmost point of the city. I might be wrong, but this marks the beginning of the city. It's like the sector 1 of the city. This is where the city began. It's a nice memorial for the architect who designed the city, Le Corbusier. And Le Corbusier is the name of the architect. And this hand moves with the wind. Mast ekdam ghumta rehta hai. And of course, I don't need to tell you what this place is. Everyone knows. Yeah. So Taj Mahal, maybe I had very interesting experiences. When I went to Agra, of course, I went there to go to the Taj Mahal. So one day I went there in the afternoon at around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. It was crowded. There were so many people over there. If we had coronavirus back then, in one day we would have hit the biggest peak ever. Okay, there were so many people when I went in the afternoon. Then the next day I decided to wake up as early as possible. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I went to the Taj Mahal at 5 a.m. And that is when I actually was able to enjoy it. Nice and peaceful. No one over there. I explored it very nicely. Must photo bhi khincha. So in the afternoon it's not possible to click such pictures. This is possible only in the early mornings. Otherwise it is super crowded. Yeah. Yash is saying, have you been to Punjab? Mere sari umar Punjab chi rahe hain. So this is a picture that was taken close to Mawsynram. Yeah, it's on the road while going towards Mawsynram. Mawsynram की तरफ जाते हुए था ये कहाँ? Sorry, Cherrapunji. Yeah, my bad. I'm saying Mawsynram. No, it's while going towards Cherrapunji. Yeah, and one of the rainiest places of the country. Yeah. And now I'm forgetting कौन सी जगह थी. Where are those hanging root bridges, people? कौन सी जगह है? I went there in 2017. Why am I forgetting it? नाम ही भूल गया उस जगह का. It's in Meghalaya. Yeah, I know that. But where is it? हाँ, Cherrapunji में ही है ना? Yes. So Cherrapunji is where I was. Beautiful place. And I think I have a couple of more images from, yeah, just one more image that I have for today. Did you see this? So this is from Umiam Lake in Shillong. Yeah, cool. Badhiya. So I'll bring you back to my face now. Electric Breeze is saying, how many states have you been? Almost every state in the country. But on my motorcycle, I'll show you this map once again. This is where I've been to on my motorcycle in the country. This will give you a pretty good idea. Can you see? Badhiya. So now I'll just chat with you for another 5-10 minutes and then we'll wrap up this session. Just wanted to chat with you. आज मन था गप्पे मारने का. कल भी है chat session, तब भी आ जाना जिसको मन करे. Yeah. So yeah, Shreyasi, no, I didn't have my dinner. I will have it after this. And Udayan is saying, do you like Valentino Rossi? I appreciate the person. He's a good rider. Which bike did you ride in your All India ride? Arjun, the one I showed you. It's a 390 KTM Duke. I have it. I still have it. Science Priya 4 AM. Yeah, it is definitely a record. Prateek is saying, your favorite biker in the MotoGP, Rossi or Marc Marquez? I would go for Marc Marquez, bro. But sadly, the last season was really bad for him. This season also, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So I hope he recovers. And people who are asking me which bike, that's exactly what I've told throughout the class, please, throughout the session. Why do I call it a class? Throughout the session, I've talked about my motorcycles. I have two 390 KTM Duke and Ducati Diavel. I ride on both. Mahabir, I do, bro. I teach on the Unacademy's app. I am going to start a plus course as well. I'm taking a free course on Unacademy's app, which is called the High Octane series. The link of it is in the description box down below. Kaustav, there have been those cases where, once I went to a flyover and it was not meant for motorcycles, it was only meant for cars, but there was nothing written on the flyover and there was no one stopping at the beginning of the flyover. But as soon as I ride just 500 meters into the flyover, there are policemen over there and they're like, you can't bring your motorcycle over here. And I'm like, why didn't you have a board which tells me I can't bring my motorcycle over here? And why can't you just stand at the beginning of the flyover? And why 200 meters after that? So they did not agree and they agreed only after taking 2,000 rupees from me. So yeah, that thing happens to every one of us. Hota hi rehta hai. A few days back, I was in my car when we were allowed to go out. Yeah, and there is this green light. I crossed the green light, and then the police wala stops me, and he's like, "You jumped a red light." And I was like, "Of course it was green. I don't jump red lights." He's like, "No, it was red." And then there were more people next to me who crossed at the same time as I did. But those people were not stopped, but I was stopped. Things keep on happening. Hota rehta hai, chalta rehta. I was like, okay, sir, you tell me how much fine I have to pay. I'm sorry. Sanjay is saying, what's the maximum speed you experienced? I can't tell you over here on a public platform, bro. Not safe for anyone to know that. Sai Dinesh is saying, how much petrol does your Diavel drink? Depends on its mood, depends on where I'm riding it. In the city, it's very bad. but on the highway it can go to 15 or 16 kilometers per liter. Oh, just yes, I know, man. Rajveer is saying, have you visited Gujarat? How's the development as compared to the other states? I have visited Gujarat. I've been to Vadodara and Ahmedabad. Just went through Ahmedabad. I was in Vadodara, but I was there for only a couple of days, so I can't comment on the development and everything over there, bro. I just note that in Ahmedabad, they do not like to follow traffic rules. When I stopped at a red light in Ahmedabad, there were literally people who came next to me and started laughing at me. Like they were like, yeah, that is something that I know for sure. वहाँ पे किसी को no one likes to have those rear view mirrors on their motorbikes. They just go anywhere they want. That's what I know about that place. But the food in Gujarat is nice. I really like the food that I got in Vadodara. Street food, that's what I'm talking about. Atharva is saying, what's your view on Maharashtra? I was in Bombay for 5 years, bro, in IIT. So, of course, Mumbai is a place where I'll always love to go. Pratik, no, I didn't have that, man. So while I was riding through Bhubaneswar and Vizag, I did not have a lot of time to stay there because I was first of all tired. That all India ride started from Bangalore and then we went through, the क्या कहते हैं, western part of the country, went to the north, then went to the northeast, then started going towards the, going through the eastern coast. And while I was doing that, I was tired. So I did not spend a lot of time in Bhubaneswar. Maybe someday when I go back. Arjun is saying, so do you wear the helmet or the turban, so on and so forth? Yeah, I understand that question is very logical, bro. So whenever I'm riding in the city, yeah, let's say I have to go to the office or I have to go to some friend's place or just riding in the city, then I wear a turban. In India, it is legal for you to have a turban on your head and not have a helmet. Okay, if you have a turban, nice, good, big turban, then helmet is not necessary for you. That's legal in India. Okay. But whenever I do long rides, I do not wear my turban, I wear a helmet instead. Okay. So instead of the turban, there's a helmet. That's the difference. Anurag is saying, have you been to places like Oli and Gulmarg? They are pretty close to your hometown. I actually haven't been there, bro. I have not explored the north of the country that much. Karunga dhire dhire, slowly and steadily, I will do that. I hope the COVID virus problem goes away. But yeah, most of the places that I've explored are in the south of the country. Police Bazaar, yes, Saisha, of course. I went there every single day when I was in Shillong. Yeah. Sanjay is saying, what's the advantage of wearing a turban? Looks stylish, bro, doesn't it? Sai Raghav is saying, is 100 kilometers per hour a good speed and can we control a motorcycle in that speed? Depends on the motorcycle, first of all. If you're taking something like Hero Honda Splendor to that speed, it's not going to be in your control at all. It's going to be by God's grace. Yeah. So if you have like the Royal Enfield 350, that's also something that can touch the 100 kilometer mark, but it won't be that stable at that speed. But then when you go to a bike like Dominar or a Royal Enfield 500 or a Royal Enfield 650 or a KTM 390, or any bike in that segment, then the speed becomes really easy to achieve and really easy to manage as well. And when you go to super bike segment, yeah, like the Diavel I have, 100 feels slow. And because it feels slow on that bike, why? Because the engine goes there effortlessly. The engine doesn't use a lot of power to go to 100 kilometers an hour. So it feels slow. And because it feels slow, it is very easy to manage your bike at that speed. It's a very safe speed, in fact. So again, depends on the vehicle you have. How capable is your vehicle? The brakes on bigger bikes are really capable. You touch the brake and it'll suddenly, reduce your speed a lot. So yeah. Manthan is saying, what's your accident story? So I once had rented a motorcycle and I went to the hilly areas. I did not really know how to ride the motorcycle and I had an accident. I had a fracture in the shoulder. That's when I realized you need to learn how to ride the motorcycle, and the motorcycle matters a lot. And you know what's the most commonly rented motorcycle, so you can guess. Atul is saying, what's your top speed for riding the motorcycle? I won't tell you this on a public platform, bro. Shivam is saying, so you ride so much, do you have technical problems with the motorcycle? All the time, man. There are always some problems or the other. Thankfully, on my motorcycles, touch wood, I hope that never happens. I've never been stopped in a ride, okay? Like, there have been problems. For example, when I was doing my South India, Kerala ride and Tamil Nadu ride, the pictures that I showed you, yeah? At that time, my Duke, its battery was dead. Okay, the battery became old and it died. So when I was in Ooty, when I was in Kodaikanal, Vagaman, I had to jump start the bike. वो धक्का start करते हैं ना मस्त एकदम. You roll the bike and then you leave the clutch in a gear and then the bike starts. So I had to do that, but thankfully it did not stop me from doing the entire ride. When I went to Kochi, I got the battery replaced. Yeah, and then once I was in Assam, I had an interesting encounter. Bike गिर गया था वहाँ पे भी मेरा. But again, thanks to the reliability of the KTM and its service network, I didn't have to stop anywhere. The bike was in running condition, even though one or two things on it were bent. And in the Ducati, again, there are times when, you know, you realize, okay, there's no tire left. So once I was riding to Goa for the India Bike Week, बड़े खुशी से निकल गया सुबह में. I just went and halfway on my ride, I realized that I don't have enough rear tire remaining. Yeah, the rear tire was almost gone. So then on the road, I did not know whether to come back or to actually go to Goa and stay there and come back, because in Goa to get a tire is very difficult. Yeah, but in Karnataka and Bangalore, the tire stocks were already available. So I called people in Karnataka. I called up people in Bangalore. I called up people in Goa. Some, you know, service centers that I knew, asked them, do you have a tire, do you have a tire, then try to arrange for the tire. I was going for the India Bike Week and thankfully I decided to go to Goa. I was like, chalo dekhi jayegi kya hota hai, let me do this trip. When I went to the India Bike Week, there was a tire dealer there and he was able to procure a tire from Pune, get it to Goa in just one day, and I was able to get the tire replaced over there. Then the same time in the India Bike Week, my motorcycle, the Diavil, was standing in the exhibition. वो मस्त एकदम, there's like a festival going on and somewhere I had parked my bike. When I come back to my bike, I realized that people have been sitting on the motorcycle clicking pictures of it. I don't know why. It was India Bike Week. There were so many motorcycles over there, but that's what happens when you have Ducatis, yeah. So lots of times when you park your motorcycle in front of a restaurant or anywhere there, you know, people can see it. People definitely will come to the bike, sit on the bike, click pictures without your permission, which is sometimes really frustrating because at the India Bike Week, the people couldn't manage the weight of the bike as a stand se seedha karke pata nahi, I don't know why they have to click the picture. So the bike fell. Yeah, so bike dhadam karke gir gaya. So there was a dent in the petrol tank and the bike fell off and I was in the festival. I did not know. When I came back, I got to realize that the bike had fallen off. So when the bike falls, the brakes, you know, the fluid of the brakes, it just, you know, kaise batau main? There is hydraulic brakes. Do you understand the system? There is a fluid that goes to the brakes and it controls your pistons of the brake. When the bike falls and if it's in that state for a long time, if it's in that horizontal state for a long time, then the brake fluid gets mixed with air and that is not good for the brakes. Then you can't use the brakes properly. So those things have happened. Then I would go to the service center, try to find some person who knows how to work on super bikes, get that problem fixed, and then, yeah. So these things keep happening. A lot of you who are my old students would know the last time I went to Ooty, my car broke down over there. Its alternator stopped working. It's an old car, so of course it has a lot of problems, yeah. And its alternator stopped working. What is the alternator? It's the dynamo of the car. Yeah, when you run the car moves and that spins a tiny little dynamo in the car which keeps the battery charged at all times. And the battery is responsible for providing all the electricity into the car, which is responsible for controlling all the electronic fuel injection. Yeah, these days all the cars have electronic fuel injection. So the car does not run if there is no battery. The alternator was gone, so the battery wasn't getting charged. And the car is old, the car is rare. The part wasn't available in Ooty. I had to wait 3 days for my mechanic to arrange that part in Bangalore and then come to Ooty. My mechanic had come from Bangalore to Ooty. He fixed the car over there. Once we fixed it, we realized it has a radiator leak. So we were like, okay, chalo ho gaya, now let's go back to Bangalore. We hardly go 5 kilometers, the coolant starts leaking from the engine. And then we're like, ab kya ho gaya? Then to fix that radiator in Ooty was a difficult task. We spent like 4 or 5 hours trying to fix the radiator. Then raat ko jaake wapas aaye. So too many things keep happening. Rajveer, no man, that has never happened. I don't allow anyone to do that to me. Yeah, Sanjay, it's a Honda Accord, bro. Saket, yes, I watch his videos. Whenever I watch all of his videos. Yeah. Cool, man. Tananjay saying, have you been to Uttarakhand? Nah, bhai. Haven't been to Uttarakhand. I have to. Rajveer is saying, have you ever tasted Gujarati food? Yes, I have. I like all sorts of food, by the way. Wherever I've been, the things that I enjoy the most are the food items that you get. So wherever I go, I love to eat food. Chalo, dosto, I think we've spent a lot of time today. If you have any last minute questions, you ask me. Otherwise, let's now wrap up the session. Atul says, I have driven my brother's new Honda Splendor at top speed. Atul, be careful, bro, when you do that. Please, because it doesn't have brakes to support that top speed. It's very hard to brake at that top speed. The brakes might also skid. Please be careful. Navneet, I was there in March. Sorry, I was there in December. Yeah, I was there in December. Dushyant is saying the food you enjoyed the most. I actually like all sorts of food, man. I can't pick one. एक मैंने picture निकाली थी, पता नहीं कहाँ चली गई. There was a photo that I had tried to. I don't know where that picture is. I don't know why. Whenever I transfer pictures from my phone to my laptop, something goes missing. हाँ, ये रही, मिल गई. Hold on a second. Those of you who know where this is, you would recognize it immediately. ये भी recently, मतलब this is something that I remember, so I'm showing you. एक second, ये photo क्यों नहीं आई? Just a second, people. Let me see where that picture is. This one. Can you see? Can anyone recognize where this food is from? Deepak, you should do a combination of both, man. दोनों चीजें करो तो मजा आएगा. Sai Dinesh, Bangalore to Pune, man, approximately 1,000 kilometers. किसी को शिवम, yes, it is fish. अच्छा चलो, अरे वाह, क्या बात है. Shailesh knows it, okay? Shailesh has given the name of the place. And yeah, it's in Karnataka. It's in Karnataka. This place shares its border with Kerala. Now do you guys know something? Yeah. So this is Mangalore. Okay, this is your typical Mangalorean thali that you get over there. This is in a restaurant called Giri Manjas. This restaurant is very famous. Okay. I am not sure if I am pronouncing it correctly, but this is a very old restaurant, very reputed restaurant over there, Giri Manjas karke. And man, the food over there is insane. Amazing. Love it. Okay. So there's, if you see the thali, बहुत मस्त मस्त चीजें हैं थाली में. Yeah. You can see there is, just a second. Let me open the image. अपने खुद के computer पे. हाँ. So yeah, you can see there is this special variety of rice which is a little thick. Yeah. थोड़े मोटे rice होते हैं वो. And there is fish over here. There is these seashells. और भी बड़ा कुछ दिया था उसने. This is just the beginning of the thali. There were like 3-4 more dishes that came. Absolutely delicious. Yeah. David Jones is saying, next time tell us about your Brazil tour, please. Someday we'll do that, man. So people, now 2 things that I ask from you before ending this session is, number 1, please make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy this type of a session. I love talking. I love interacting with you guys, and I love reading your comments. I love reading your chat messages. And it's always good to share and interact with someone in these times when we are just stuck at home. Yeah. So if you enjoy such chat sessions, if you enjoy such informal sessions where I'm talking about my life and trying to entertain you or motivate you or just have fun myself, then please make sure you hit that like button, share it with someone. And if you don't want to do anything like that, please at least leave a comment on this video. After this video is done, after the live stream is done, please leave a comment. Tell me whether you enjoyed this or not. And this is where I take your leave. Thank you so much for being such a great audience. I will see you very soon. Tomorrow we have our regular classes at 7 and 8:15, and then we have our high octane series at 9:30, and then at night at 11 we'll have another chat session. So, ठीक है दोस्तों, कल मिलते हैं. Thank you so much for joining. Until next time, take care. And Shinchan is asking what's there in the glass. It is a soup. ठीक है, that was a soup. चलो जी, bye bye. Take care. Good night. See you guys very soon.